sharing all of that. Okay, so I want to get into when we first saw you on Chasing Reality, which was as the host of the first season of Chasing Atlanta. Tell us, how did you get that? You touched on it a little bit, but go into full detail about how you got it, what you saw that day, how we got the part 2, and I think like it was like a part 2 sit down with Devon, I believe. And then how that segued into you starting Chasing Dallas.
So how I got it. So I was always like watching the show and staying in connection with whoever was over the Chasing Atlanta page at the time, because it was just Chasing Atlanta, not Chasing Reality yet. It hadn't blossomed all the way yet. And so we stayed in communication. I think it was Dario running it at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And then I was like, y'all need to have a reunion. Like, y'all have to have a reunion. If y'all can't afford to get a reunion going, let me know. And I'm down. Like, I will come and do the reunion. Like, because y'all, this is good. Y'all need to have a reunion. So, and then that's how it happened. It was like, okay, well, we got the venue. We got this. We got that. Can we have something happen? And I was like, okay, cool. We stayed in communication. But at the time, here's some exclusive tea.
Wait, are you saying that you created indirectly the reunions for Chasing Reality? I'm just asking.
I would say I was producing before I was producing, chat. I was producing before I was producing, and I would say that I definitely was like, y'all need to have like these little packages and stuff like that, like, you know, the packages to kind of, you know, go and remind the people what's going on. So, but at the time when the reunion came up, the cast was like at odds. When I say at odds, they were at odds.
As we always are, child.
It was like, but it was new, so the girls didn't know, and so they were like, okay, well, maybe we need to have a sit down before the reunion happens and have a talk. And I said, okay, cool, let's do it. So this is so funny. So I came to what is that hotel? What's the hotel over there? But it's in Buckhead. Is it the St. Regis? Yes, it was at the St. Regis. We met at the St. Regis in like this little bar area that they had. You go up the stairway, and then it's a bar, and it was like you could sit there. And it was during the week, so it was nobody really there. The cast came. Almost all the cast came. I can remember Lauren was there. Cameron was there. Devon wasn't there. Lyric was there. Was it Lyric? Yeah, Lyric was there. And somebody else, I can't remember who else it was, so excuse me. But so we all were there, and I was like, listen, y'all, I am your reunion host. I know y'all are having some problems. I know y'all are having some problems, but let me tell you something. This is who I am. And I started boom, boom, boom. I handed in my resume. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. And please bring this up. And Dario was there. I think Yvonne was there too. And I just handed in my resume. I was like, look, listen, I've worked in this reality space. I know what this is. Y'all can take that home. But tomorrow, we're going to have a reunion. We're going to have a good time. Reunion comes the following day. The reunion comes. And you know, Dario lived for all that carrying on. So the next day, the reunion comes. And we walk into the space. And everybody is just on edge. Everybody is just trying to figure it out. And mind you, I watched the season and had no questions. There were no questions printed on the cards at all. So everything, I'm winging it.
Oh, really? There were no questions on the cards you were holding? Oh, wow. No. Turn up.
I printed those cards out at Office Depot. I put the logo on the thing. I went to Office Depot, picked them up off some card stock. And I came and I asked these persons, so is there anything you want to talk about? I said, okay, cool. Okay, you want to talk about this? Okay, cool. And then I sat down and I was like, welcome to the season 1. And then we had the reunion. But Devon was drunk. Devon came through the door inebriated. And it was, at the time, it was so bad that he just wanted to fight, and we couldn't get through anything. Like, when I say we couldn't get through anything, we couldn't get through anything because he was just wanting to go get Lauren. And it was like, we in this venue at a particular time, we have this audience, and then the audience, because it's never really the cast, it's the audience that got to fight in.
It's never really the cast. The
It's
audience
never really the
start the
case.
shit.
So the audience, it was some of Lauren friends was sitting in front of Devon friends, or Devon friends was sitting behind Lauren friends, and they was talking about, just talking shit. Next thing you know, somebody gets up. You said this, you said that, and then they start to scrap, and then here go Lauren, and here go Devon. Then Devon thought this was his opportunity to go get him and go get her. Well, at the time it was the her dead name, and then go and get her. And then I was like, well, we can't finish. And so, because at that time we told them to go, and we were left with just like the skeleton crew. And so we wrapped up the reunion best way we could. And then I was like, I really think that y'all need to, like, I'm gonna still be in town, but I think that y'all need to get his point of view, because if this boy got a drinking problem, y'all, this is something y'all need to catch next season. So
Oh my
that's what I
god.
was saying. So we went to at the time, I think it was Sky's. Oh, Sky was there. It was Sky's apartment. That was Sky's apartment. So we went to Sky's apartment, and we did the one-on-one Ressie G, aka Gay Oprah, sit down. That was so good. And we talked it out. And like literally, that's when it kind of came out that he drank a lot. And like even then, like he said, he wake up with a drink, and he had a cup that was full. Like it was like a QT cup just full of like alcohol. And like I think that was like the moment where I had a conversation with Ondario, because at first, at the beginning of Chasing Dallas, me and Kevon would talk more so than me and Ondario. And then when life happened to Kevon, me and Ondario got really, really close, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was taking point from them. And at that moment, I was like, I told them both, I was like, y'all got something right here. Y'all got something. I don't know what this is or how y'all finna do this, but y'all, this is something. Because I'm like, to have that deep moment and then be able to have a platform to put it on, to pull that out of somebody before anybody else was doing it, I was like, y'all got something. Y'all better work this the right way. And it really broke my heart and I reached out to Ondario, and I was like, is there anything, well, I mean, mind you, our relationship isn't like it was, but I reached out to him, I texted him, I was like, is there anything I could do to help you get this reunion for this final season of Chasing Atlanta? Like, because I think y'all have to have a final season. Like, y'all have to have a final reunion. Like, I mean, don't let them get to you, girl.
You talking about this year?
Mm-hmm.
Season 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child.
Yeah, I texted him and I was like, listen, I said, what do you need? Like, I want to help you get, because I just wanted that book to be closed in a way that,
it's so sad.
It was just so, because I wouldn't be a producer if Chasing Atlanta wouldn't have never started. Right. I never would have known that this was something that I was supposed to be in. And I will attribute the opportunity that was given to me came from, those two men. Mm-hmm. And I would not be here today with this reach that I have, or with whatever you want to call it, without that, And it was just like, I just hated it. I just
want to go on the record by saying that Oliver was always a proponent of the reunion. I mean, now she did have her requests. I only have one request, but I was definitely going to be there, I was definitely going to be there, and I was going to show my tail. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, this is the last reunion? Oh, y'all not going to get pulled up Oliver. Oh, I'm showing out today. I'm telling all the business.
What year was that when I came and I helped and I directed the reunion? When y'all were in was it the blue?
The best reunion we ever had, season 4. That was the best reunion we ever had. That was
this what y'all don't know though. This what y'all don't know, because Oliver
who was y'all?
Didn't know the people in the comments, your tweets. This what y'all
know. No, girl, everybody here, girl, you brought the people out. It's almost 400 people and everybody here.
Listen, when I tell you what did not air, exclusive. There was a moment, and I know you remember this. There was a moment when Oliver was just getting hit after hit after hit, and everybody was coming at Oliver. And Oliver had life going on, and Oliver was so overwhelmed. I took Oliver out into the foyer. You remember this?
I remember this.
And Oliver was just crying. I was like, listen, you're going to get through this. It's not that big. Don't let them see you cry, bitch. Pull it together. And you're going to get through this. I know it's just so much because people don't really know. And I hugged him. And he pulled it together. And he went back out there and finished that damn reunion.
It did not air. It did not air. I did walk out because I was like, ooh, girl. Because, you know, I'm always conflicted on, should I just tell the fucking truth and embarrass everybody? That's really why I be crying. Like, y'all really gonna sit up here and do all this? And y'all know I know all the real business. You know, I know y'all real business. Like, y'all real business. And I honestly feel like people always leaned into that. They knew I was never going to really like go there with them. And so it's just like, oh, well, we just gonna drag this whole. And I'm like, I'm crying. Like, first, I want to fight. You know, I want to fight. I want to hit y'all, first of all, and I can't do that because that's a standard I set for myself.
It was very candy.
And I want to tell y'all business. You know, bitch, you homeless, you running from the police, you a scammer.
He said, y'all listen, he said, because I can go in there and vanquish all of them bitches. They don't know what the fuck I'm going through. And I've been a beat there. I said, listen, I said, you can't do that. I said, you know where you going. You know what you got going on. You can't
bitch, you not paying your child support. You not paying your child support because your baby mama emailed me.
Okay.
Girl, you down at the eviction office. Oh, girl, I wanted to lay everybody. That was the energy I was gonna have at the season 6 reunion. And it's kind of thank the Lord we didn't have it. Oh, because baby, I was gonna tell it.
But look, if you would have did that though, you wouldn't have had all this. None of all the stuff that would have come since then would have happened because then you would have been a loose cannon.
I would have been a loose cannon. Yes. And that's one thing I'm glad I on the show, other than when I finally did, you know, have to, you know, put my hair behind my ear, which was well deserved. I'm so glad I never lost control on that show, that I was always in control of myself, that I never did nothing that I was going to be apologetic about.